splitting them up, actually. Wondering maybe going out to try to hunt down those Zerglings. Just not going to put them down together. But it's all going to come down to who managed to catch what guard. Last time around, Hydra went straight for Jaedong's main. Caught him off guard with that. But I think Jaedong's going to be a little bit ready this time. Hopefully he doesn't fly off too far away. Doesn't stray too away with his Mulos. Going to get a decent number up there. Both players going to want some Scourge to help. Scourge for acting is a very good pressuring technique. You use Mulos because the mind firepower. Try to get some Scourge in there. Jaedong going to lose a... does have some Scourge in there. I did lose an Overlord to his Mutos of Hydra. Huge number of Mutos. Jaedong also getting his own number up. Still Zerglings milling around across the map. I just think if this was a heads-up Muto engagement at this point, I think Jaedong would lose because I honestly feel Hydra has more forces in there, and Jaedong actually flying across the map and they're thinking of being the aggressor this time. Has to be very careful. Might want to try to pick off something. Is it going to have Zerglings on the ground? So is it going to equalize the position for him? Is he going to manage to at least do something? Awesome Scourge in there as well. Is Jaedong going to manage to micromanage to get something? His own Scourge coming in as well. Losing some Mutos there to attack. Has some more Mutos coming in there. Overall, allowing a few too many Scourge to hit his Muto. Is going to get 2 Zerglings there. Is going to be able to get at least 1 drone. We're going to see whether he manages to do anything else. Moving in with his own Mutos as well. Going to manage to pick off the Overlord. Just trying to continue to keep alive with the pressure here. Going to pick up the Overlord. That's going to help. Oh, the natural expansion. All the drones in the natural expansion for Hydra are dead. Beautiful play there by Jaedong. Going in there, massacring those. Now Hydra's going to be forced to move some of his drones for his main instead of his natural expo. So beautiful attack there by Jaedong. I think Hydra did a little bit of troop damage to him, but still he did more economic damage. Now Hydra has to go in for a full frontal attack. Going to try to finish this right now. We're going to wonder when the Jaedong going to be able to reinforce him enough. He is going to be able to have Mutalisks out there very close by. We're going to see whether these Scourge are going to be the ending point here, whether they're going to be the most important point here for Hydra. Going to try to go for the attack. Jaedong going to try to get the first shot off. He has his own Scourge in there. Going to be very important for a new micro against Hydra's own Scourge. Does lose almost heavily damaged his own Mutalisk. Hydra coming in with even more Scourge reinforcements. I'm not quite sure who has a larger group. I think Jaedong has actually a little bit of larger grouping at this point. Savage and Scourge coming in. More Scourge coming in for Hydra as well. Jaedong trying to micromanage both Scourge for both players coming in. Magic on all sides. A lot of micromanaging going to carry until Jaedong coming out of Hydra coming out ahead. Jaedong with only 1 Muto at this point does not have enough. Waiting for more Scourge to come and try to push back as far as he can. He's done more economic damage and he's forced Hydra back a little bit back closer to home. So Hydra might have a larger Muto number, but they're all extremely damaged. So Jaedong for now going to try to get, he's not had a damaged economy much. He's trying to get up his count of Scourge again. So at the very least, some of those larvae have unfortunately been forced to morph into drones instead of Mutalisks at this point. I think Jaedong, actually we're going to see, I don't think Hydra's going to want to waste his Scourge and Mutalisks. He's going to try to just attack those Overlords, I'm sorry. He's going to want to attack those. And Jaedong does not want to lose Overlords at this point. Losing another Overlord in there. Does not have the number of Mutalisks to engage though. He's going to have to be very careful. I'm going to want you to do another Overlord going to be engaged. I'm going to see what Jaedong going to try to prevent this time. This time around, Overlord's still probably going to go down. Those Mutalisks, Jaedong going to try to come in, going to try to deter those Mutalisks. Going to try to fly in with those Scourge, trying to pick off some of his own. Just does not quite have the number. I think he has a lesser number. Both Mutalisks are going to get Mutalisk reinforcements coming from both players. I think Jaedong has a lesser number overall. Trying to come in with more Mutalisk. I'm not altogether who's ahead. I think at this point Hydra actually might be a little bit behind. Coming in with more Mutalisk reinforcements. Scourge coming in for Jaedong as well. Jaedong slowly manages to try to push this back. Hydra has some heavily damaged Mutas. Both players very close to Muta numbers. So Jaedong, I still think he's trying to push this back. But I still think he has a slightly better economy at this point. So he's just be trying to hold back as long as he can. I think he's just going to be able to produce more Mutas. At this point, he's also producing a hefty amount of Scourge just to act as scouts, try to pick off some of those random, some of those lone Mutalisks out there, also act as a scout, act as a deterrent, gonna try to catch him, gonna catch a Mutalisk. Flying straight to the natural expansion. Gonna catch Mutalisk there. Hydra, meanwhile, still forcing out his base. And I still feel as longer as Jaedong forces and keeps Hydra back and away, he's gonna be able to get back into this. He actually now has a fairly large number of Mutalisk. Again, has reinforced himself. Might go for an attack again. Gonna go with a couple of Zerglings out to track the scout. They're gonna get spotted by Overlords. I'm gonna see what this is gonna be a deliberate ruse by Jaedong to try to get those Mutalisk out of position. He's gonna try to fly. Okay, he's actually flying across the middle, not going for any sort of attack. All he did though, could have actually gone in and massacred the natural exploits. He did though. Still a lot of Overlords out there. Finally, Jen gonna go out there and do some Overlord hunting, picking up some Overlords of himself. Also using those Zerglings beautifully as distractions. Oh, gonna fly right into some Scourge. Unfortunately for Jaedong here, kind of sloppy move there. Should have seen that coming, but still not in a horrible position. Still has, I think, at this point, a larger Muta grouping. economy of his finally kicking in. A little bit more Scourge out there for Hydra. If this comes in a head-on collision, we're going to see what Jaedong actually manages to take this. I think he has a slightly larger number. We're going to see what his multitasking also really comes in head. Hydra yet again going to move up with some of his own Zerglings, try to distract Jaedong a little bit as he goes for an own attack. We're going to see whether this is going to be successful or not. Hydra going to yet again be at aggressor this time. Those Zerglings are going to go down in seconds, but Jaedong is going to have enough. He has some Scourge there at the front. Gonna make Hydra rethink this a little bit. Gonna pick off an Overlord. Unfortunately for Jaedong, yet again, Overlord's gonna get stuck in the middle, and he's actually gonna come in at the last moment. Save those! A lot of Scourge flying around. Nice cloning for both players, but unfortunately not a lot of hitting going on with those Scourge. A lot of nice micro with those Mutos to get those Scourge. Still, this is just going to come down to one head-on collision, and whoever comes significantly ahead in mute account's going to win. Jaedong going to pick off another Overlord here. It's just really going to come down who comes significantly ahead. Jaedong going to try to be aggressive here, picking off the Scourge, has his own Scourge to come in to suppress. Is he going to manage to pick off enough numbers of Hydras? I think Hydra does not quite have enough. Has a bunch of Scourge! Morphin going to adjust that time, but I don't think a lot of them hit. Jaedong with his own Scourge doing a hell of a lot of damage. Still think he's ahead in numbers of Mutas here. Mutas is going to gain more reinforcement of Scourge, and Mutas going to come in here for Jaedong. He's pressuring Hydra at this point. Hydra, very few, loses every single one of his Mutalisks, and Jaedong still with a massive number. He's at this point going to be able to fight this off. He knows he has the advantage at this point. Just needs to micro, just needs to make sure he doesn't make any significantly large mistake. Reinforce, go in there, do damage, pick off every single one of those drones, claim your victory. I think overall this upset would have been a little bit too much for everybody. Two more Mutas out for Hydra, desperately trying to fight this back, but just not enough. Jaedong managed to kill every single one of these drones, and that's going to be GG for Hydra. So no upset today. Jaedong going to move on to the round of 8.